I really want a family. I've waited for my husband for so many years.
Remember when Lolo Jones was crying about being single and freezing her ex at 40? You know, right before she turned 40 years old this year, Lolo went through the IVF process and she shared it with millions of people online, basically making a private situation everybody's business, and did exactly what modern women do. Tell all their business, share it all over the place, and then get mad when people give their opinions. If you would stop oversharing and telling all your private moments, then there wouldn't be anything for anybody to give an opinion on. To be honest, we didn't have to know any of this. But Lolo, she went into full victim mode, by the way, before doubling down again with her original promotion of freezing eggs and waiting later in life to prioritize getting a man. She wrote this responding, saying, "I never thought I would get teased for wanting kids. I was shamed, criticized, told to adopt instead, called dried up or infertile. Being a woman is hard. No, Lolo, being a rebel is hard. People like yourself, you're not trying to be a woman. You're working overtime to move like a man. We are very aware of our biological clock ticking, and I can't tell because they wait until they're 40 to do anything about it." But yeah, Lolo went on to say, "Trust me, I've been on dates with guys who ask me if I can even have kids at my age. Like my worth is only if I can provide them a kid one day." Lolo, if they don't have kids and they want kids, those men that you're talking about, that's a very important question for them, right? If they make you their woman and that's what they want, and if you can't give it to them, that'll be a problem. So yeah, I think that's a fair question. And then she went on to say, "And to be fair, guys honestly don't know, and they can't because every woman's biological clock really is different. You could be in your early 30s and have low egg reserve or have a kid naturally at 43. We are all so different." And that's true, women are different, but she's using extreme cases on both ends of the spectrum. Lolo says, "I wish I would have done this earlier. If you are a woman and you want kids one day, but not right now, you can easily find out your egg reserve by taking an AMH test." So yeah, instead of Lolo telling women, don't wait to prioritize having a man in life, she's saying, no, you can wait, but just freeze your eggs earlier. And it's so funny because she's supposed to be so religious and hiding behind this religion, but she's so interested in changing the way that things are supposed to work naturally. It's unnatural to be a workhorse in your 20s and your 30s as a woman and then waiting until you're 40 to find a husband. At that moment, you should have been with your husband for at least 10, 15, 20 years. But yeah, she's still pushing this feminist agenda while also claiming to be religious. And of course, you always have people trying to put a cape on for Lolo. They came up with all those excuses, you know, bringing up that she's a virgin, she's religious. And honestly, I think she's hiding behind religion, but she's really being disobedient and not following the word. No different from all these other fake religious folks. They pick and choose which part of the book they want to follow. It's like she remembered one part and forgot the rest of it. If she was truly obeying the word, she wouldn't have even been single. Lolo is not a traditional woman at all. The only thing that she did was not have relations. But to be honest, if she was married 15, 20 years ago, she wouldn't be talking about virginity at 40. And I believe that her virginity, she's using that as an excuse to cover up her other unattractive personality traits that's making it hard for men to connect with her, any man. The problem is it has nothing to do with her religion or her physical appearance. It's Lolo's inside and her mindset. She's still a feminist and her expectations are off. She's wanting a traditional alpha while being a fake traditional woman. That's extremely masculine herself. You can't be a feminist and a Christian at the same time. And then the next excuse her defenders love to bring up would be her career. You know, they like to say she was so successful and she didn't have time to get a husband. Like, cut it out. There are more successful track stars than Lolo Jones. I mean, compared to these ladies, Lolo's success is mediocre at best. And all of these women managed to get husbands at the heights of their careers. All three of them, the ones right here and many more.
All three of y'all.
Talent-wise, they are better than Lolo. They have more accomplishments than Lolo in the sport. And they are all married. Married at the top of their success. They didn't wait until they turned 40 to get a family. They didn't wait until 35 to take finding a man seriously and then having to rush every man they meet. They didn't do that. Please tell me how they did it and Lolo couldn't do it. I'll tell you why. But first, take a second to make sure that you're subscribed to the channel and click that notification bell for all updates. Shelly Ann FraserPrice, born in Jamaica, December 27th, 1986, Kingston to be exact. Shout out to everybody watching from Jamaica. Shelly Ann is 35 years old. She rose to prominence at the 2008 Beijing Olympics, becoming the first Caribbean woman to win gold in the 100-meter event. 3 years later, after making history, she married her husband in 2011, got married around age 25. She didn't say she was too successful for a husband like most of these modern women. She said, "I do." She says, "Yes, I now have a lot of fans. Yes, I'm internationally known now." And then she said, "I do." And then after getting married a year later at the 2012 London Olympics, she won her second gold medal. On top of that, she graduated from college in 2012 as well, very committed to her faith. She's a religious woman too. She and her husband waited until about 6 years before having their son in 2017. And even after having her baby, she competed in 2020, where she picked up her third gold Olympic medal. Please tell me how this woman committed to her faith, just like Lolo, supposedly. She managed to get her degree too, along with 3 Olympic gold medals, and she did it with a husband and later on with a kid too. Another one, Sonia Richards-Ross, also born in Kingston, Jamaica. Born in 1985, she's 37 years old now. When Sonia was 12 years old, her family immigrated to Fort Lauderdale, Florida, so that she can attend a high school in America, increasing her chances of obtaining an athletic scholarship to an American university. Her father very dedicated to her success, much like Richard Williams, the father of Venus and Serena. Sonia's household was very strict. Her dad made sure that she was disciplined, she and her younger sister. Sonia attended the University of Texas in Austin in 2002, graduated in 2005, majoring in business and starring on the women's track team. While attending the University of Texas, she started dating one of the football players, Aaron Ross, who later played in the NFL for the New York Giants. Aaron, a great brother born and raised in Texas, the two were engaged in 2007 and married in 2010. Sonia earned 4 Olympic gold medals, one in 2004 in Athens, one in 2008 in Beijing, got married in 2010 at 25 years old, and went on to win 2 more gold medals at the London Olympics in 2012. Sonia wasn't walking around the college thinking that she was too good for any of the men giving her attention. Unlike Lolo, she gave one of those guys a chance, and they've been together ever since. And just like Shelly Ann, she was married at 25, and she too had a son in 2017. Still married. Sonia ended up getting hurt and retired at some point, but while she was struggling with her medical issues, you know who was there every step of the way? Her husband, Aaron. Aaron, a great guy, very disciplined, and he wasn't going to have it any other way. Sonia is a disciplined woman, so now they created a great family, and they're doing just fine. They've been together now for over 19 years. And then Allison Felix. Allison was born November 18th, 1985 in Los Angeles, California. Much love to my people from Cali watching. She's also 37 years old, just like Sonia. Allison graduated from high school in 2003 and made headlines by foregoing college eligibility to sign a professional contract with Adidas. The company paid her an undisclosed sum and also paid her college tuition at the University of Southern California. While competing, she earned her degree from USC. At 19 years old, Felix became the youngest world champion ever in the 200-meter race. She is also the most decorated track athlete in Olympic history. She won her first gold medal in the 200-meter final at the 2004 Athens Olympics. She went on to win 10 more medals at the Olympics. Over her career, 7 of the 11 medals are gold medals. Allison is the only female track star to win 7 Olympic gold medals. She married American sprinter Kenneth Ferguson, great brother from Detroit, and they had a daughter back in 2018. And Allison, she's not around here crying about not having a man, although she's religious too, just like Lolo. You see, there's a major difference between Lolo and these women. These women made it a priority at a young age to make sure they got a husband. They all ran track. They all went to school. They all have degrees. They all had great careers at the top of their class. We're talking 14 Olympic gold medals between the 3 of them. And we're not even going to get to the world championships and all the other accolades. They have 3, 4, and 7. Lolo? 0. So we're not going to talk about accomplishments and Lolo being so accomplished. That's why she wasn't able to get a man. Lolo didn't get a man because she didn't want to. It wasn't a priority. She ignored the Russell Wilsons when she was younger. She thought she could wait and get to it later. Party in her 20s. Have a feminist lifestyle while also saying she's traditional. And then the whole you can get a man later rhetoric, that's what she's still preaching to women now. Yeah, get a man later, but she's up here crying at 40 about being single and not having a man or a family. Ladies, look at the blueprints of Shelly Ann, Sonia, and Allison, not Lolo. Sonia wrote about submission sometime last year, addressing the women who criticized her some years back for falling to her knees and apologizing to her husband for something she had done wrong. He was very upset with her and it played out on their reality TV show. Whatever it was that happened, Sonia wanted to make it right. While addressing that issue, she opened up about when she first met her husband in college and they had an argument about something that angered Aaron enough that she thought she had lost him forever. She said he was the best thing that ever happened to her in her life. She literally apologized to him in front of his teammates. She found him in the lab with them and she didn't care who was around. She took full responsibility and said the argument was 100% her fault. Fast forward to 2013, the scene from their reality show. Women did not like seeing Sonia on her knees crying or asking her husband to forgive her. They called her weak for that. Sonia responded saying falling to her knees never felt like a sign of weakness. She went on to say, "Many nights I fall on my knees to pray. I've started every race over 20 years on my knees. And in each instance, when I get up, I feel strong, empowered, and confident." Sonia wasn't speaking about relations or anything like that. She was giving women a lesson on humility. She said anything with two heads is a monster, which is why she's the wife, her husband is the husband, and she is submissive to her husband. He's the leader of her family, and they both have different roles. See, ladies, it's the reason why this woman is married to the man that she wanted, and Lolo is out here still crying. Humility and respect can take you a long way. Special thank you to Dre. I appreciate you, Dre, for all of your support, as well as our brothers Edmund, Felix, and Dark Power. Want to see more content like this? You can support the channel too. Links to Cash App and PayPal are below. Ladies, fellas, want a balanced analysis, want the truth from a woman's perspective? Then you're going to want to subscribe to this channel and don't forget to like and share.